In the previous episode, we sorted out our rig and made it a little bit more homey, and then went ahead and took some of our limited resources, built some contraptions so we can get more resources before constructing the first build in the Undercity. And in this episode, we will be expanding the foundation of the Undercity, bringing it over to the far side of the island where we will be making space for our new lava farm that we will be using to make an infinite lava source so we never run out of lava again in the end dimension. So like mentioned in today's episode, I want to expand the existing base we have, the foundation we have over here, over to that side, and then also create something in that area for a lava farm. But I first want to come inside here and just show you guys what I did. This little room, this is the very top floor. I opened up like this and I made a little staircase that heads on down here, and I do think it could work. I'm not totally sure on it yet. I will still think about it because this is directly after the previous recordings, so I haven't given it a lot of thought. I just did it. So that's the one possibility. So these two link up, and then the one at the bottom here, I did exactly the same. You come in through a door, and then it will have a staircase over here, and then you also have the bottom floor. So that's the general idea. Like mentioned, I haven't given a lot of thought because I recorded this whole build and then I finished it and I started recording the next clip. So yeah. But for now, I think let's just get a clear outline of where the foundation's going to go, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, so we've got the general, I think, outline for the foundation done. Oops, I fell down. And I think this can work. If we go into 3cam, just to have a look at it. So the idea is that we'll have an elevator in this area, and you will have a general flow of walkway coming down this way, and then from here you can split either into that direction or into this direction, which is this build. But instead of having that stop, the flow can continue, and we might even be able to do like a little fountain or something over here as well. So that's why this point juts out, because then on this side I would like to do, say, maybe a bit more shallow builds, and you only have like a little walkway over there. If I do see it doesn't work out, I can always tweak this, make this a bit shorter, make that a bit wider. But for now, I do think this will work perfectly. Then on this side over here, just a little bit higher, we have another little outline over here that I constructed, and I did this so I could think about it all, and I think it can work. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just continue these lines straight like this all the way to the opposite corner. Let's see if we can quickly get there. Just don't look at the Enderman, because that's the thing, the monster torch works up there, but it doesn't cover this part of the island. But anyway, and so we'll have this continue over here, and then from this side we'll have it run all the way back to this edge over here. Let's get that in place like this. I actually think I wanted it to rest there. Okay, but this is fine. This is fine. This can still work. So we have this over here, and then right over here you'll see a little cobblestone thing as well. And if we just jump down here, this cobblestone, let's see if we can land here. Oh, this is terrifying. This is a total of 1, 2, do we have something else? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 high. So that's a total of 9 high. If we deduct 1 for the base layer, that gives us 8, which is exactly enough, I do believe, to create an infinite lava source. That's if I do my whole math and everything. So what we're going to do is we're only going to make it 8 high, but it's going to be 25 by 50 blocks deep. So it will run deep into the mountain, which we need to clear out. But the idea is that then the lava sits actually within this little square. It will actually start over here and run that way, all the way to over there. So ooh, that was eerie. With that said, I think we should go ahead and fill in the platform over here, and then also maybe fill in this platform, and then I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so all the detail has been filled in this area, and it's still just one plain texture, unlike over there where we added a few blocks for color and stuff. You can't really see them from this angle, but anyway, so I will texture it up, I will add some more support and everything, but this gives us a nice little flat area to work with. And we did exactly the same on this side with a 3 wide walk around. It will be 5, I think, in end, but for now what I did is I made it 3 so it lines up exactly with where we're going to do the infinite lava source. And I also pushed it back 2 from this side, so we have some space to do some form of decoration on this side, because unlike with the platforms that will be singular and have some detail on it, this will be a bit thicker because it will house our infinite lava source in the end. And like I mentioned, it's 8 blocks high, well 9 in total minus 1 for the base. So if we do quick math, 10,000 source blocks or 10,000 blocks of lava, if we divide it by 8, then we need to have 1,250 blocks per singular layer. So if we divide that by 25, because that is how wide it is from this point to that point, then it leaves us with 50. So we need to dig from this point, we need to go 50 blocks in that direction, and that's what I'm going to do. And I don't know, if it pops up as a time lapse, then we have a little buildy time lapse. If not, I'll be right back. So it started out as a build montage, but it just got really boring really fast. So I just have progress. Right behind us we have the hole, and it's exactly 8 blocks deep by 25 on the short side and 50 on the long side, which if we do the math, it adds up to 10,000 blocks of lava, which should be enough to create an infinite lava source. But before we can do that, we need to make sure that we have all the materials, such as pumps and pipes, cauldrons, and all the lava that will produce the lava that will slowly fill this area and create an infinite lava source. But before we can make a bunch of those things, we need to actually get stuff into the workshop. So over to the workshop. So the idea is that this building will be serving as our workshop, and I do like the idea that we have this bottom tier that's more the messy workshop like area. And as we head up, like you'll see, I'll also change the stairs, but it will have some contraptions down here. But as we head up, we've got more contraptions, but almost a bit more cleaner in that sense, if that makes sense. And if we head up to the very final stage, I'm thinking this area might become a temporary little storage, so we'll have a bunch of drawers and everything in here and use this as storage. So that's the idea. Start the workshop down there, storage up here, and if we do have more gadgets we want to put in, we can add them to this floor. So we need to get cracking. I also added this little hole back here that we'll cover up, but this will just be a temporary water wheel power source, because we don't have steam power yet and we're going to need power. So water wheels over there. But before we do any of that, I'm going to head up there and just rip out what we have built up there that we made in the previous episode. And there we go. The temporary little setup is gone. We're still keeping the little crop farm. I also added kelp to that because I'm so scared we run out of something. But anyway, over here we do have our temporary little create backpack. I will upgrade it. I will sort it out. And over here we have the things I do consider to be starter farm. Not everything is very starter. The mechanical craft is a bit late on the game, but I do want to see if we can craft that, because if we can craft that, we can also make crushing wheels, which I do want to add to the list as well. So those are the things. So for depot, we're going to need 2. We're going to need one for the press and one for the deployer. So we've got 1 depot, so we're going to need an additional one. We're going to need a mill, which we don't have. We've got the mechanical press. We're supposed to have one. There we go. We've got that. We need a mixer. We need the empty blaze burner. We need a basin. So we've got 1 basin, which is fine. We need the deployer. We need the mechanical crafter, and we need the crushing wheels, which we can't make without the mechanical crafter. So I'm going to go through the list and slowly make every single one of these things. And once we have them all, we can head on down to the workshop and see where we can place these items and start getting the workshop going. So if we look in this backpack, we've got most of the things already in here. We have the depots, we have the mills, we have the press, we have the mixer, the blaze burner we're going to get back to now, we have the basin. But for these 2, we need brass. I think it's brass. Let's quickly see. Yeah, brass. And to get those, we're going to first need to do the basin setup with the mixer and the empty blaze burner. And we can't do the crushing wheel not until we can get the mechanical crafter. What a mouthful. So what we're going to do is the empty blaze burner, and because we've been hunting blazes in the overworld, we do have a total of 10 blaze eggs. So I just nabbed one, an empty blaze burner, and we're just going to run down over here. We're going to put this guy down, and we're just going to right click him. So there we have it. We have the advancements made, sentient fireplace, and now we're ready to go start placing down some items in the little build down there and see what goes for what. So yeah, let's head on down. So we've got all the items in hand to create this little workshop, and before we start that, I just need to mention that this is by no means our final workshop. This is just a starter workshop where we're going to have some basic contraptions just so we can automate some of the things like making metal sheets, making brass and stuff like that. And then once we have better power supply and more resources, I will be ripping up a bunch of these and improving on them. So keep that in mind, temporary workshop. So first of all, we're going to have 2 depots, and I want to line those up right over there, and one will be for pressing and the other one for deploying. So for now, we can add the press right over there. We do not have a deployer yet, but we will make one once we can. I just want to rotate it. So if we place the deployer, it will go down here, so they will share a power source. And I will see if I have the resources that we also do maybe a clutch for these, so we can turn them off so we only have these 2 running or these on this side. The next ones we have is a deployer for the encased fan. I forgot about the encased fan, so that's something we need to add, and we need to add the mill. But the mill, I think we need to place right over here maybe, and I'll tell you the reasoning for it is we need to rip out something. So if we rip out this log over here, we can maybe add like a little barrel over there where we can have items get put in, and we can have 2 of these chutes, one over there, and the secondary storage down here, so we can put stuff in the barrel. It can run through this and deposit in a barrel, and we can walk away. So again, another very basic setup, but again, one that works. And then what I want to do is on the side, I want to do a depot right over here. So this depot will be where we chuck down our items to get them smelted or washed and everything. And because we don't want to get burned, we want to have the fan blowing this way. So we'll have items goes there, and then the lava or water or whatever goes over here. So our fan needs to go right there. So if we do that and this, we have that in exactly the right position. So now we've got that done, and we're going to power it from right over here, which leaves not a lot of space for the brass contraption. And I'm thinking it also uses a mixer, so maybe we can just do it right over here. We can maybe do it right over here. So we'll have mixer over there, we have basin over there, and we can just rip this out. And down here we will place our little blaze burner, and I will add like some form of a slope or something, or stair that we can fuel that guy. But yeah, that's it. That's everything. Right? We've got a press and deployer. We've got a washer slash haunter slash whatever. And then over here we've got our millstone. And then we have our little mechanical mixer, and that should be everything. And now the only thing we need to do is power it all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a bunch of water wheels, I'm going to plonk them down there, and I'm just going to run the shafts and the gearboxes and everything all over. And let's quickly see, what do we need to make a... Is it a clutch? Is it a clutch? I think it's a clutch. Let's quickly see. Yeah, I think the clutch is the one... You power, yeah, okay. What do we need to make a clutch? We've got everything. Okay, so I will add a clutch to this system, and maybe to this system, and maybe to this one. So I'm gonna get that done real fast, and I'll bring you guys back once everything is wired up. And it's complete. I think this actually came together quite nice. So we've got 3 separate contraptions. We've got this one over here, that's our mechanical press, and it will have a deployer on it as well. And then over here we've got our little mechanical encased fan, I forgot the name. So we can use this to either haunt smelt or wash, and here's the materials we can use for that. We just can't use it to cook meats and stuff like that. So for those type of things, we're still going old school with the furnaces. And on this side, if we flick this one, we have our millstone, and we also have our mixer. And I think the first one I'm going to test is the mixer over here. So if we grab our materials, and let's quickly grab a piece of coal over here, but if we chuck into this our copper, our zinc, and we do this should mix. Yeah, there we go. We already have 6 brass, and it's going up. So now that we have the brass, we can create the next few items, which is the deployer, which we're going to need for the last station over there, and we can also make the mechanical crafter. But for both of these, we're going to need electron tubes, and for this one, I do believe we're going to need, what is that? You get 3 for each, and you need, if I'm not mistaken, it's a 3x3 grid, so we're going to need to craft this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. So we're going to need 7. We're going to need 8 electron tubes, which is 8 metal plates. So yeah, a lot of crafting to do. So I'm going to get all of those things crafted, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so I've gathered up all the resources to craft the remaining items, and I thought, for interest's sake, I'll just show how the whole making of electron tubes happens, because that's something that some people struggle with, and there's a variety of ways. You can either have the rose quartz in your offhand and you can use the sandpaper. You can have it the other way around, and that can work, or you can actually chuck the rose quartz on the ground and just sand. And the sandpaper, I need to mention, doesn't need to be in your offhand, it can be in any hand. So there's quite a variety of ways to do this, and yeah, there we go. We nearly have it. Let's do the last one. And that's it. That's how you get the what's it called, polished rose quartz. Now those we can use to make electron tubes, and we need a total of 8. And with those, we're going to craft, well, we're first going to craft one of these mechanical or brass hands. We need a piece of andesite alloy. Do we have andesite on us? No. Okay, let me go grab real quick. Okay, we've got the andesite alloy, and now we can go ahead and we can craft one of these brass hands, and now we can craft that into a deployer, and we can simply go ahead and rip this out of the wall. Oh no, we didn't need to do that. We were supposed to put it over here, and we can just go ahead and rotate it a bit. No, like that. And now we have a deployer as well, and this deployer we can use to make our next item, which is the brass casing. We can do it manually, but let's just use the deployer method, and we put down our little 8 stripped logs over there. We give this the brass, and boom, we've got 8 brass casings. So I need to fix that up there, but that should be everything we need to craft these items. And that is our mechanical crafter. So now that we have our mechanical crafter, we can place it down somewhere. And I think I might, for the time being, actually just place it over here, because we don't have enough space in here. It's not high enough. Let's see, we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Can we do it up here? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Can we do it in the very top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can, but it's going to stick out the roof. Okay, I'm going to look into where we can place it, and then we'll put it down, we'll power it, and we can come create our crushing wheels, and that way we have everything we need for our starter workshop. So I thought about it a bit, and I'm going to place the mechanical crafter up here for now, because I do think I want to create something special for it down there and not just plonk it in the house. So let's do it right over here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, which is going to be its width, and we're going to have a chest, and then we're just going to place down 3 of these mechanical crafters, and with your wrench you're just going to right click it so the arrow points into the storage, and then you're going to have these 2 point into that one. So this means this is a sequence, and it will transfer everything, craft everything in this direction and transfer into this. But now we need to make sure that everything else points into these and then goes into those. So we can shift and click these, and they will automatically go down, and we can shift click the side, and that will automatically go into the side. And from here on, we just need to go up and complete the pattern, which is another 2 over here and another 3 on the center one. So that's going to be 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and an additional 1 on each of those. And that should be the entire pattern, and everything is flowing downwards into this line or into these blocks, that one and this one into those blocks, and then into these two, and all of that into the main storage. So with that done, we can just plonk down a water wheel, give this thing power, and see if it works. So we've got it powered and it's going extremely slowly, and that's okay. It's a temporary little setup that we're going to use to craft our first set of crushing wheels, and there is a whole lot more we can do with this pattern and by clicking the lines at the back, but we will get into those as the series progresses. But for now, we need to do one block over there, we need to do wood like this, and then we can just do andesite alloy all around the edge, and this should then craft a crushing wheel. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so it's very, very, very slow. So let's just stand here and wait. So while we're sitting here being totally bored out of our mind watching this crafting wheel craft at the speed of a snail going down Highway 66, why don't you take the time and hit that subscribe button? It's going to go way faster and it's more interesting. And there it goes. Is it making a crushing wheel? Yes, it did. And that should go into the chest right over here. Any minute now. Oh, this is so slow. There we go. Okay. I don't think we can pick it up because it's a chest and it's got a solid block on top of it. So we're going to break it. But yeah, there we go. 2 crushing wheels. So a little temporary mechanical crafter works, and it's fine. It's temporary. I want to do something really nice for it in the lower levels. But we've got crushing wheels, and with that, we can plan the next few items we're going to need so we can start working towards the infinite lava source. So in order to fill this basin up with lava and create an infinite lava source, we're going to have to create a little lava farm. And I was thinking we can do some form of temporary little lava farm on the side here with a little tank that then takes lava from a dripstone lava farm, pumps it into the tank, which is just a buffer, by the way. We don't need the tank. We can directly pump into a pulley, but I would rather have it go into a temporary little tank. And from the tank, we'll have a hose pulley that pushes the lava into this area over here, and we're gonna have to AFK quite a while because we need 10,000 blocks of lava to make it an infinite source. So to do that, we need to head to the workshop and we need to craft a bunch of things. So I do believe we already have basins. I did take them out of the chest over there. So we've got the 8 cauldrons, not basins, cauldrons, 8 cauldrons. We've got 8 dripstone. We'll get a little block to build with. I might just use temporary little cobble, or I can even make it, I can turn it into stone. We'll maybe do stone. But then also, let's just craft a bunch of fluid tanks. To craft fluid tanks, we're going to need some copper sheets. So let's just do, I grabbed a bunch of copper, and let's do 48. 48 sheets should be fine. We can't run those two together. And while that goes, let's quickly rip out the lava from here, out the water. And let's do lava. That way, when we're done, we can just smelt up some cobble to make some stone to make that area look nice. But this is going to create the sheets, and with the sheets, we're going to do the tanks, which we're going to craft 9 of, and then we also need to create the hose pulley. So we need to make a copper casing. Ooh, dried kelp block. Okay, and that is 9 kelp. Okay, luckily I planted those, and that's another copper sheet. And pipes is just, what's the difference? Fluid pipe and fluid pipe. I just think it's alternate recipes. And for the pumps, we're also going to need cogwheels and fluid pipes again. So we're going to need 8, 1 for each of the cauldrons. Then we're also going to need 1 that goes from the tank to the fluid pulley. So that's going to be a total of 9. So we're going to need 9 cogs. We don't have, so we're going to have to craft a bunch of those as well. So let's quickly get everything we need for cogs. We can need more andesite alloy as well. Luckily I have been washing some of the gravel we have and creating some iron nuggets so we can just get ahead with the iron game, because I'm so scared we run out of iron. But now we've got those, and then we just need wood, I do believe, to make the small cogs. It's just, ooh, I wasn't supposed to do that. I was supposed, I needed some of those as, what do you call it? What do you call those things? Strip logs, so we can make the brass casing things. Okay, so now we said, oh, yeah, we need 8. We need 9. Do we have one additional? Yeah, we do. Yeah, we need 9 of those. So we need to craft 1 more. And then we need to craft 9 pumps. Okay, so we've got our 9 pumps. And then we need to craft fluid tanks. That's 9 of those. So we've got those. We've got some extra pipes. And we need to craft those pulley. And for that we need the copper casing. So we do have 1. We only need 1. So that's fine. So we can just do that. Plonk that down. Grab ourselves some copper nugget. Okay, we've got that. Can pick that up. So the dried kelp. So I need to go get kelp and get that cooked up, and then we can make the hose pulley as well. So being the idiot I am, I forgot I actually already cooked up kelp. So we do have dried kelp over here, which is perfect. So we can turn those into the dried kelp block. And now we should be able to make the hose pulley. So we've got the pumps, we've got the pipes, we've got the hose pulleys, we've got the fluid tanks. We do not have the water wheels yet, but we can take this off. We have the dripstone. We do have the lava in this backpack, and it's going to be 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I started smelting up some stone, and let's just do that again, make it smooth stone. So we've got those, and what else do we need? Oh, the water wheels. I forgot about the water wheels again. So for those, can we just craft... Let's craft 4 big ones. Let's craft 4 big water wheels. So that's 4 small ones. And then I don't think we're going to have enough to do... Yeah, we might be able to do 2 big ones. Yeah, 2 big ones, 2 small ones. Let's see if that's enough. If it's enough, that's perfect. If not, we'll just have to make a plan. Let's grab another bucket of water, and we do have a source back here. And now we have water. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go do the basic setup for the lava farm over there. And once we're done, I'll bring you guys back and we hook it all up and we see if we can start working on that infinite lava source. Okay. So currently it does not look like much, and neither does this whole infinite lava source. But there's a very important thing we need to remember, and that's resources are very, very limited in the start. So we're going to have a bunch of these temporary little structures standing around, and as we get more and more resources going, we will be able to solve these ugly little temporary farms by building beautiful buildings and getting this area looking a lot more like a cyberpunk city. So bear with me. But now to get this farm going, we already have the lava in this little case up there, and if we just put down dripstone underneath those blocks, every now and then one of these should fill with lava, which is great. Now we have lava, and I guess I can go and pick it up with a bucket and go place it down there, but I might die and it will take forever. So what we do now is right underneath these we will have pumps. So we're going to do this at this level, and then we can do pumps like these, and these pumps will pull the lava out of those cauldrons. So we just need to flip them so they do pull from there, and that will be the way we get the lava out of these cauldrons. But then we need to send them over. So we've got 8 over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe here we can add another one, and you can see it's bright over here, and I think it's because we've got lava in there. Yeah, that last one's got lava in. So in the end I would like to do another pump over here, but for now we're going to leave that because it will just spew it out. And then from here I would like to bring it over maybe 3, maybe less, maybe only 2, and then we'll just do a little... oh yeah, I forgot it's a 9 by 9. No, okay, so let's redo that part. We're just going to do a single tank right over here, which is then 9 blocks tall. But now I need to think. I still need to extract from here, and we need to do the pulley. Yeah, that should be fine. So if we do this over here for extraction, and we do the pulley right over, I think it's because, yeah, then that should be it. Because all of those will pull the lava from these cauldrons. They will push it into this tank, and from this tank we'll push it into the pulley system, the hose pulley, which will then deposit it into this basin over here. And that should be it. This should be everything we need to create an infinite lava source, except we need to power it, so we need to add water over here. So that's like so. Let's just grab some infinite source here. And now we've got that going, and we just need to speed it up. I don't know if these need to go at a certain speed. And we need to power that one as well. I wonder if I can power this with its own little individual water wheel, like a baby water wheel. Okay, I'm going to hook all of this up, and I'm just going to hook up the first part, see if we can extract lava from here into the tank, and then we can do that part after. Okay, so I can confirm that we are taking lava from the cauldrons, and it's just by the simple method of just hooking it up and it takes it out. It's going to be slow. It's going to take such a long time to get an infinite lava source, but as this lava grows, I would also like to expand all of this. So between episodes, I will be gathering a lot more iron, using the washing system and all of those things, and see if I can add a bit more cauldrons and everything to this. But for now, this is working. Well, it's 2 buckets full, so we only have, what is that, 9,998 to go. But that is it for this part of it, I guess. Now we just need to maybe hook that part up. And can I just do something like this? And we bring this over here, I guess. I'm going to need another gearbox, I think. Yeah, I'm going to need another gearbox. Unless I just run a bunch of cogs all the way over. I guess I can do that as well. Okay, let's maybe... Oh, wait, can I do this rather? Yeah. Can we do that? Okay, let's rip this out. And let's put that over there. Let's run this over like so. And let's put this over here. And now we've got this working. And I think I just need to put a hand crank in there and just lower it. So the hand crank. Okay, we've got the hand crank. We place it down. Do we lower this now? It touched the bottom. We've got 1 block down there. Can we make a second? There goes a second block. And we're actually extracting one over there now. That will be our 3rd block. Okay, so this is running, this is working, and this will be a very, very slow process, if I'm honest, but over time it should fill up. So I will have this farm upgraded. I want to see if I can get some more cauldrons and everything going, and that way we can fill this up faster. But I will also do a little secondary lava farm that produces lava for us to use whenever we need, because we're going to have to wait quite a while for this to fill up, using only these amounts of cauldrons, and we're going to need even more cauldrons to make it happen faster. So yeah, it's going to be a long process, but I'm ready. I'm ready for this. So the speed on that thing is pretty slow, and I looked into it. We can actually manually craft a rotational speed controller. So we're going to need an iron plate. Then it's going to be small cog, big cog, nugget, small, big, 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 nugget. Oh, it's not done. Did it fail? Okay, we're going to need to do a bunch more, but you get the point of it. So we're going to do that a few more times, see if we can get ourselves a rotational speed controller. That way we can speed up at least the pumps and everything over there while we work on expanding the lava production. Rotational speed controllers in, everything's running at a faster pace, but we still only have 4 lava sources. So we're really going to have to work towards expanding this lava farm so we can fill up this infinite lava source a whole lot faster, but it's not going to happen real soon. So I think we're going to have to build a few other farms before we get to expanding that, and I mean farms like cobble farms, iron farms, and so forth. But yeah, that's a good start, because now it can passively work towards that infinite lava source while we work on other farms in the area. So I've made some temporary little modifications to this whole system. We added an input, we added a brass funnel, and we added a chest. And to this brass funnel, we have a little filter that allows it to pick up nuggets, iron nuggets to be precise, and flint. So what I've been doing is I've been chucking some cobble in there, getting it crushed down to gravel, and taking that gravel and chucking it into this chest, getting it washed, and this way building up our, well, flint supply and also our iron supply, which is down here, and we've got quite a bit of iron at the moment. So I'm not too worried about running out of iron, but we have used almost 10,000 cobble to get the iron we need, but it's all good. So we will be looking into building a cobble generator real soon, but for now it's worked. We've doubled up on that. We've actually added a total of 10 additional pumps and basins and dripstone, and we also had to expand this by, I think it's another 6. We had to expand this by 6 water wheels, and we could pump up the speed a bit, and I had to borrow lava from down there, so that's why it's flowing. But this should now work a little bit faster, and yeah, it's still going to take some time, because even just getting all the iron has been such a pain. But yeah, it's a little bit better, it's a little bit faster, so I'm gonna get there sooner or later. But I've run out of time. Sadly, there's not going to be any really pretty builds in this episode. It's more just a lot of create stuff and preparation for future stuff. But it's all good. It's all things that help us reach our end goal, which is building this super city on this floating rock. So if you enjoyed the episode, then do remember to smash that like button. And if you haven't done so yet, do hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on another episode. And down in the comments, let me know what you thought of the episode that's a bit more creative than buildy, and then I'll see you all in the next episode.